Who are we here with?
Simeon McKinley.
What did you do today?
So I went X11 with Darklords.
Darklords. Let's see it.
So play 3 shell
Yeah.
in the main. It's just it's a good card. It's discard 2, draw 2, level 10. So it's nice for some rank plays. Effect on the field. All Darklords have this effect on the field where you pay 1000 LP and then you can use the effect of a Darklord spell or trap engrave as their effect. So yeah, it's just a nice card. It's got a big body as well.
Big booty.
Big body. Yeah. 3 Superbia. Yeah, this card's pretty good as well. Usually I play it 2. Today I decided to go to 3. It's a trade-in target, which is nice, but the main thing is that when you special summon this from the graveyard, you special summon another fairy, and especially in Darklord's revive spell, special summons in defense. This lets you do it in attack, so it's good at pushing the game, good for rank 8 plays. Yeah, it's just a really good card. I think 3 is good, to be honest. I played 1 Naston, 1 Amdusk. So Naston's good as well, so you can discard 2 Darklord cards from your hand, special summon him. If you're playing pure Darklords, I'd say play 3 of him. At least 2, probably 3. But just because my variant's got a lot of other stuff, I would only go with 1. Amdusk, this is another really good card again. If you're playing pure Darklords, playing 3 of this and 3 of Ukabak makes it really consistent, but my variant again is just 1. But what this really is for is occasionally I have to discard one of my valuable traps with Yugioh. Amdusk lets me get that back, which is just useful. So yeah, I play those. Those are the Darklord monsters. Then on top of that I played some dangers, so I played 2 Nessie, 2 Bigfoot, 2 Thunderbird. Yeah, these are all really good, to be honest. Just trade-in targets, which is awesome. If you trade in on this, your opponent's usually screwed because even if they negate one, they usually can't negate the other. Then you're going to get a pop and you're going to get a draw 2 if they don't have any negates, so that's solid. Nessie is nice as well with Naston because she's level 7, so again, some more rank plays, and then obviously the dangers for rank 8 plays. So yeah, just in general, they're pretty good. Then I played Gizmek. This card's busted in like every deck. It's just 3 summons. There's so many different ways you can use it. You can use it like bring out your opponent's turn, then pop a card to get 3 negates. You can bring out your turn for rank 8 plays. You can push the game so many times. One of the best things to do a lot of time is, especially early in the tournament when you're in the lower tables, your opponents a lot of times will forget this is in the graveyard during battle phase. So it's like you attack, and then it's like you just bring this out and then you OTK them and they never even realise it was coming. It's also got a sick combo with Super Poly, so there's 2 ways you can do it. You can Super Poly this and something else, then bring this back out for 5600, 450, higher than that, 28 plus 26, 2450. Or you can discard this as Super Poly and then special summon it if your opponent's got a monster, you've got a monster. So it's just a really good card. I wouldn't play it at 3 though. I only play it really at 2 because I play Desires and makes it not as much of a problem if I banish 1. Also with Dingirsu you can get it back. If you banish it off a law, Dingirsu will get it back, which is also very useful. Play 2 Nibiru. I like this card. It's in my deck anyway.
Why 2?
So yeah, even the question was so I think it's mainly the main reason I played 2 was because
it's level 10.
Yeah, I never really want to see more than 1, but even when I saw 1, it's just like in almost all of my games apart from my last game, it just was a useless card in my hand, and almost every board that this card outs, Sphere Mode or Lava Golem outs, which are just better in my deck. So I don't really like it, to be honest, but yeah, you can play it if you want. I would play it personally. And then the normal summon of the deck.
This is a going second deck.
It's a going second deck, yeah. So this card's busted in this deck. One of the problems with Darklords is that they don't really have a win condition. So it's like a lot of times you'll be able to gain loads of advantage, put stuff in the grave and all of that, but you won't be able to push the game or whatever. This lets you do that with Desires and with Gizmek. Like so many times I OTK people, I think I hit a Sky Strike player for like 11k damage. Yeah, it's just a pretty solid card. I love this card. I think at most I would play this at 3. But that's only, I'd say probably if I take out 1 Nibiru, then maybe I'll play this at 3. But to be honest, I'd rather have a calculator. I'd rather have 2 of these on 1 calculator because it does a similar thing. But yeah, Grand Margin is solid card.
Oh, the calculator.
Calculator is so good in Darklords. They all have high levels. Yeah. So then the spells, Banishment at 3, Contact at 3, searches any Darklord card, revives any Darklord card from the graveyard. Nothing really to say. Play Trading at 3. This card is solid with the dangers. If you resolve this in a danger, that game's probably going to go very well for you. It's just amazing. Good with Superbia to get in the grave. Good with Gizmek to get in the grave. It's amazing. Then you play 2 Allure. I don't like this card. It's like I always draw Allure and a handful of spells, then I activate it and end up having to kill my whole hand. Yeah, so it's like I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the ratios, yes, it makes sense why it's a problem, but yeah, but that's why I play it too. But it's just kind of, you need the draw power, because that's what my deck does, is cycling through, so you need that draw power to do much. Desires. Even if this gets Ash, I don't care. With Gizmek, it's easy for OTK. On top of that, if you do resolve it, it's just nice in your deck because you get that 3+1, and then from there it's curtains. I play so many interrupts and stuff as well in my deck that opponent can't do much. 3 Super Poly, card's busted. Your opponent can't respond. I like stuff that my opponent can't respond to. Yeah, that's how you win this meta. 3 Super Poly. 2 Mind Control. This is for strikers. This is for back row decks and stuff. A lot of time, sub-terrorist strikers, old guys, you're still their 1 monster. They're screwed. They have to burn their negate, so it's just a nice card to have. It's also really good. There's some combos I have with this card and Vampire Sheridan. It's just really nice. I didn't resolve it in this tournament, but it's a really good card to have. Reboard at 1, just nice. Again, push up the game and revives and stuff. Then for the trap lineup, play 2 Enchantment, 1 Rebellion. So the reason why I'd rather play 2 Enchantment rather than 1 of each, including Sanctified, is just that my goal is to break the board. So I'd rather be able to steal a monster, destroy a monster, negating a monster on field. A lot of time won't matter, at least when you're trying to break the board. It's good for later in the game, so I side it in. But in the main deck, I'd rather have 2 Enchantment. This is just really good. Sky Strikers, you can steal their raid, or you can steal any of their monsters and they always have to pass. Combo decks, still their LP, still whatever, again, can't do a lot. Yeah, it's great. Rebellion, non-targeting. Yeah, all the Darklord spells and traps, non-targeting destruction. So it makes it really hard for your opponent to deal with, especially this, because you just you say you're going to destroy something, then it's like they're just forced to like activate whatever because they don't know what you're going to put. Same with Enchantment, if they've got multiple monsters on field. And 2 Evenly. Yeah, beats back row decks. Just a good card. Nothing else to say.
How many cards in main deck?
So 46 in the main deck.
Why is that?
To be honest, just because all the cards I have are good. There isn't like, one of the things people kept on saying is like I'm top decking and stuff, but it's not really that I'm top decking the cards, it's just that all the cards in my deck are good. Yeah. And but the reason why I didn't go all the way to 60 or whatever is because in a tournament you want the ability to side, and if you go too many high, if you go to like 50, 55, 60, it's a lot harder to get your side deck cards, so that's why I don't go too high. 46 is fine. Then for the extra deck, 1 Beat Cop. If I steal a card, which is good to link into. Decode, same thing. Borrow Load. I played this over Borrow Sword. I don't like Borrow Sword. I don't like Avramax because I feel like whenever I summon them, I end up losing. It's just too easy for my opponent to like just come back afterwards if I don't immediately kill them with the Borrow Sword or whatever. Yeah, I like this because it steals the monster, they can't target, and then on top of that, you can reduce attacks as well, so it's just a nice card. I really like Borrow Load. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that. 1 my dragon deck used today, but a Super Poly target. This is such a good Super Poly target. Thunder Dragons smashes them, invoked, everything. Just it's a great, and it's also good because sometimes I'll summon one of these, and then I have another Super Poly, and my opponent's like, okay, he's used the Super Poly, let me just try and do something. Bring out Dragons to Beliar, it's curtains for them, they can't do much. Yeah, this is for the Salad matchup. I actually brought it out today, then I still lost against the Salad player. It's quite deep. Galaxy Ice package is really good. What's funny is that this one isn't so good. It steals a monster, but it lets you only attack with 1. So what I usually do is you summon this and then go straight into this so you can attack with all the monsters, but this is good. Pops a face-up card, pops a random card, and then if this is killed, you can bring Cypher back. So it's just a nice package to have. Sanaphon, this is game against so many decks. It's so easy to bring out my deck with all the rank 8s. Yeah, it's just... So you detach 1, it can't be destroyed by card effects, and neither player can special summon from graveyards to the end of your opponent's next turn. So again, yeah, just a great card to have. Also gains a lot of attack, so just a really good card. Dingy, it's busted. There's no reason to not play it. Ravenous Tarantula, this is my favourite card. I love this card. So it's got a few effects. The main effect is that all of your monsters gain attack and defense equal to the difference in you and your opponent's life points. So it just facilitates OTKs really well, because what it's essentially doing, if you have 2 monsters on board, it's making that other monster have double damage. So, and then the second effect is if you detach one, you destroy all monsters who have less attack than the difference between you and your opponent. So if you have 5,000, I have 8,000, all the monsters with 3,000 or less attack get destroyed. So it's great. And then it's got another effect that a lot of people forget. Every time your opponent special summons, they take 600 burn. So yeah, it's just a really good card. I played it over the trains because it just does the job better in terms of ATKing, and I can bring it out so easily. Thunder Dragons are still their card to make it. If I was playing Sphere mode, I'd make it with that. It's just a great card. Big Eye, never brought it out, but it's a good card. Still cards. And Sheridan, this card is busted. So, it's a level 6, and if you have a card controlled by your opponent, you can treat that as level 6 as long as that monster has a level. So the game plan is you use Mind Control or Darklord Enchantment to steal a card while you have Amdusk on field, and then you take this. And then on top of that, it's got another effect. You can detach one to send the card your opponent controls to the graveyard. And then on top of that, if a card your opponent controls goes to the graveyard by card effect or by battle, you can special summon it. So it's just so much advantage. Again, I didn't resolve it today, but I would never take the card. It's just such a strong card in the deck. Yeah. Then the side deck, 2 Pancratops. It's good. Back row removal, spot removal. The funny thing is, I would love to main deck this, but occasionally when my opponent makes me go first, I hate seeing it in my hand. But it is a really, really good card. The only reason I don't play it free is, and why I play a lot of 2-ofs, is I don't like seeing stuff that I can only use once. I don't like seeing 2 copies of it, so that's why I like playing 2, so it's like less chance of seeing it. 2 Christia, if I'm going first, it's a blowout if you get it in the board. It's very easy to get on this deck as well. Getting full fairies is easy, or the alternative is if you get 2 dangers on board, whatever, you just normal summon it, and it's great. And then what I tend to do as well, if I've sided in Sanctified, is I'll turn it off during my turn, which makes it even harder for the opponent, because then it's like I can special summon their card, so yeah, it's just a really good card. Dark Ruler. Again, I like cards my opponent can't respond to. This is good. Never used it today, but it is a good card. It is a really good card. Twin, back row removal. This card is also good with the dangers. And then Cyclone, I like this card a lot. In my deck, sometimes a bit of a problem because I do pay a lot of life point costs, but it is a really good card. Dealing with Sky Strikers, dealing with Orcust. If you activate this, they always have to respond. So it's just a really good card to have. Sanctified, like I said, I sided it in. So it's a really good card for 2 reasons. The 2 situations where I'd say I sided this in is if it's game 3 and I know it's going to time, and if I'm against a deck like Thunder Dragons, basically big monsters with annoying effects that I kind of want to turn off. So what's good in time to do is, what this card does is you target an effect, affect monster on the field, you negate it, and you gain its attacker's life points. So in time, a lot of time, I'll just dig for this card, and then let my opponent waste their time in main phase, flip this, gain life points and win. Good at turning off Thunder Dragons, all of that stuff. It's just a really good card, but you don't want it in your main deck, at least not in my variant, because it doesn't really do anything towards breaking the board. You'd rather have Rebellion or Enchantment. Yeah. And then Eradicator, just destroy Sky Striker. Funnily enough, I resolved this once today against a striker player, and then I proceeded to lose immediately after. But it's still a good card, yeah, it's a solid card.
Any shout-outs?
Yeah, a couple, just shout-outs to all the guys from Birmingham, doing plays with me and stuff. Shout out to Sammy, doing a lot of testing and stuff with me. Shout out to Jacob, allowed me a little bit. I made a mistake in one game, but he allowed me. Shout out to my fiance as well, because I've left her at home all day today. Yeah. But that's the deck.
Thank you.